back, and today might be the day we finally at least touch uh, 2600 again. And yeah, let's see if we can do that. Yeah. All right, let's go. Not that. Okay, let's go. 30 to go. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Um, don't feel that, but I've got and coordinately, important game. Let's see. We might not be doing that good as the pawn on a4 has stopped two of our pawns on a3 and b2. Now king is active on f4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, the material is equal. He might play h4, but let's say he just plays h5 and the move has been passed. But the good thing is that we can go on g5 and then capture the pawn on h5. And if we try something like c5, then we can just give check on uh, e5. And if he goes king e5, then we can just okay, let's calculate h4, h5, king g5, c5, d5, king e5, and then can we just not go like king cross h5? Because if he goes f4, then we can go king g4, and if he goes king e4, then we can go d6, and then if he goes f3, we can go king g3. He goes king e3, we go d7. He goes f7, we go king g2. He goes king e7, we queen, and he queen. Wait, lol, 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 lol. I need some arrows. Okay, boom, boom, then boom, boom, and boom, and then boom. And then, okay, you know what? We can just push this pawn and just capture this at any moment. We can just take that outside pass pawn, and that should be good for us. But h4, he can play b5, for instance. Then if we capture, then we can go d5 again using that as a deflection. h4, let's say he goes king f6. Can we go c5? No, that doesn't make any sense. Can go d5, but what's the problem in going d5 in the first place? It's A, we are losing a pawn. B, our plan is not yet clear. C, he's getting to B3, like D5, CD5, CD5, and then King D5, and he's coming King C4, King B3, and King B2 very, very fast. And I doubt if there's anything to be done in that position. But yeah, I'm still gonna try. Okay, so let's see in this position. What should we do? Hello. All right, so I don't know what to do exactly, but I've been something with my mic if what's the better range for it to get my voice. Put it put it down. Or maybe just put it up. That's better. All right, so anyways, let's ponder. Let's ponder. C5 looks quite interesting, but B5 does nothing, of course. H5 he ought to go. He can't go B5. We can just take and perhaps even try something like h5, b5, we can take and play h4, h5, because if he goes king f6, then we have d5 really strong. And then the king will take some time to get to the d5 pawn. And that looks good. We can't go d5 directly, as I've discussed. Now the problem is that why can't we just go king g3 via h4, h5, and h6? Because his king doesn't seem to have any subtle entry point. Again, he has to go b5, king g3, b5, and then takes, and then maybe king f4 back. Okay, I'm just thinking way too bad. Let's just go with h4, h4, h5. Let's just try king g5 works, right? King g5 should be the solution. C5 looked a bit interesting to me, to be very honest. Just wasting some time, but let's just do some calculation. C5, let's say he goes b5, trying to keep more pawns on the chessboard, or yeah, b5, let's say. Now my idea is that when he goes b5, he can't just come from king d5 to c4 directly, ignoring the pawn and saving a tempo, and try to come to b3, because then we have counterplay via d5, and then our c pawn runs. Like, just to illustrate, what I'm trying to say is that boom boom. He doesn't have idea of boom boom boom, because we have the counterplay boom. Because if he captures, then boom boom boom, this pawn promotes. So c5 takes. He goes king d5, and let's just say he goes b5. Okay, let's just say he goes b5. Then we're gonna kick king f5, and then he's gonna go king d5. We are gonna go. I don't seem to have any counterplay on the queen side pawn, so we must go king g5. So king f5. Sorry, b5. Sorry, c5, b5. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm right. c5, b5, and then king g5. Okay, that this looks like a waste of tempo. King d5, king f5. Doesn't make any sense to me, but. Yeah, let's just calculate the obvious variation. Let's not over calculate it. I'm just a bad player, guys. Please bear with me. If I was a good player, I would already be 2000 federated, which I'm not. So I'm on a path to become a better player, doing these practice and just trying to solve some books and maybe study something and just achieve this tiny little thing, and then might take some break from chess and later try to get some title after making sure my finances are stable and have something to rely upon and just focus on chess. But as of now, let me just come to the reality and calculate king g5. Hmm. Ah, king g5, and then of course he's not supposed to go b5. Let's say he goes c5, and then I go d5, and then he comes king e5, and then uh, keeping it very simple, I can just go king f5. Wait, let me speak it properly. It's easier to calculate, but a bit harder to speak. What I'm trying to say is king g5, c5, d5, king e5, and then I'm trying to play d6, which results in king d6, king f5, and then and then doesn't seem to have any counterplay. But yeah, we do have some victory plans, and he can't generate a pass pawn of his own. For sure, our pawns are doing good job. But king g5, he goes, let's say c5, and then e d5, king e5, then d6 looks good, right? Or I was thinking maybe we can go from king h5, because king h5, and then he'll just go f4, and then we go king g4. He plays king e4. That's the only move. And then we go d6. Let's say he goes f3, d7, f2, queen. Okay, let me need some arrows. Help. Ding, ding, ding. And then I'm trying to say is that ding, 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 ding. And then ding, 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 ding. And we make a queen. And something like that doesn't work though. our kings are facing each other. I doubt if there's anything, and I can't win a queen anyhow, so that should be a draw. But if I go king g5, c5, and then d5, um, and then he goes king e5, then d6, king d6, king f5. King h5 also looks quite interesting because king h5, he goes king e5, and then I can go king g5, and then if he goes pawn f4, then I can just promote four. It's taking me 4 steps to promote, and he's taking three to promote. So that might be bad for me. What I'm trying to say is that boom, 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 and then I go boom. He comes back boom, and then I go boom, and then if he pushes, then boom, boom, and yeah, that doesn't look that good to me for sure. So let me stick with the idea of capturing on f5. So let's see. Yeah, so again, I might be wrong. I'm usually wrong, so there's no of course, I'm good that I found c5 is the only good counterplay, but I might be wrong. d5 can be a blunder, and pawn captures c5 could be the good move. But let's calculate it, guys. Takes, and then h5, let's say. I don't seem to have any reason why we should not get a pass pawn exactly. And the puzzle was quite simple, just some obvious logic moves, and yeah, maybe I overcomplicated it, thinking that it should not give any easy puzzle at this rating. But maybe I'm just too strong and it's easy for me, or perhaps I just got lucky. Exactly. We are going to use this as a deflection tool or decoy to be precise, and then just gobble up everything. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah, it should be winning. Like whatever we do, let's capture him. He can't stalemate us, of course, because our plan is to just use this as a decoy again. And oh, the engine is dirty. Yeah, of course. Stalemating the dude. And yeah, not that hard, of course. Just needed some confidence, okay? Uh, hmm, all right. Well, I lost one game to whom? Mm, one bullet break, maybe? As if I have solved a brilliant GM puzzle. I'm just a noob, guys. I'll become a pro though very soon. That bit of today. Oh, G5. Dude's messing up with us. Please play E4. Okay, he blundered, I guess. Lol. Because the knight moved, there's a checkmate, guys. So that's why. Lol. Or kill G4. ले यार जीरो ट्रेड कर देता हूँ ले विनिंग लिया very funny, huh? Okay, I should not lose this one. I'm just playing a bit too accurate nowadays, and that's a bad thing to do, especially in such shorter time controls. You should play more objective and more practical to be precise, and stop playing that precisely calculating everything because time is limited. And yeah, तार बिजली से पकलाई हमारी थी. Okay, whatever. What should I do? Uh, I should just go for checkmating and screw everything. I'm sure there's no checkmate. There can be some checks which can annoy him. Okay, why the hell am I getting low on time? Why the hell do I just play terrible chess nowadays, guys? especially when someone's watching me. Yes, trying to be more precise, I just lost to a noob, which I would never lost in a dream. Never lose in a dream. Whatever. Screw it. Mm. Let me know. Cold or mouthwash. I bathe with cold water. Hey, sorry for that. Did you change for it? Sorry. Okay, what am I doing, bro? I got to get to 600 really fast and then in this stream I have a lot of work to do. I just didn't realize I drank some water on a black coffee. That's what happens to me, guys. I'm unproductive. I it looks like I'm being very busy doing something productive, but I'm unproductive. For the past 20 minutes, I've just done one puzzle. I'm with full focus. I think I should have done at least two or three. Okay, never mind. Let me just zone in. Okay. Oh Jesus. Let me just zone in and yeah, no songs, no nothing. Let's see. All right, so the white king is a bit weak. He's not castle. Black king is also not the safe. Queen e6 is hanging. The material is definitely not equal. We are an exchange down, but I do feel that we have a castling edge. Of course, he can't castle because we can play bishop f3, and if we play bishop f3 directly, then he's gonna go queen e6, and then maybe we can just go. We can move our queen freely because he doesn't have any checks. As if he can go queen e8, we can just go king c7 and all the squares are covered. He can't go to e5, so bishop f3, queen e6, queen b4. Bishop f3 looks like a very nice move to me. I don't know why just getting that bishop on the diagonal, but let's just see. Let's calculate. Bishop f3, queen e6, queen b4, and then c3 is the only move. And then we just play uh, queen b2, threatening to capture the rook. And if he saves the rook, then we have queen c3 check. If he goes, let's say, rook d1, queen c3, then he goes rook d2, then I doubt if we have anything. We do have a perpetual, but I can't see any mating idea. Lol, that's a mate. We can just go rooks, queen c3, rook d1, rook queen c1, and then rook d1, queen d1 checkmate. But I just want to make sure that idea is correct. Okay, the forcing moves are definitely correct. I doubt if there's any reply to bishop f3. There can be some reply, but let's say you can just go queen g6, which is quite interesting. But uh, okay, let's see what's the problem with queen. Okay, let's see first queen g6 first. So bishop f6, queen g6. Then the same thing, queen b4. Doesn't ring a bell because c3, rook b2. He might have something like rook b1, but does that make a difference, guys? Because you can just capture on c3 and that's a checkmate again. So I doubt if that makes a certain difference. If you go queen b4 directly, then he can just jump to d1. And then if we go queen b2, because I don't seem to find anything else, he can go rook c1, and then I'm definitely sure that black doesn't have any such thing. So I'm gonna go with bishop f3. It might be wrong, but let's take the risk. Queen f4. Of course, I missed this brilliant move, and it can be something interesting, but I doubt how because all of my moves are kind of forcing. And the worst case, when I play like queen, of course, I should give this check, and then when I capture this, he can capture this, but isn't it losing still with the check? And the material is even. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna gain a few pawns, and that position looks a good quite winning for me, especially coming from the position where I'm an exchange down and now my queen is under danger. So I must give this desperado, intermezzo, whatever. And then, yeah, yeah, of course, we capture this pawn first and then, yeah. Yeah, no, that's just checky, making sure that comes with a check. And that's too dark. I love it. Oh my goodness. That's very dark. Yeah. But why does he want to give so much pawns? Maybe the bishop is hanging. Yes. That's the reason bro wanna gives up so many pawns. And bro is like, I'm gonna gobble all the pawns because the bishop is not going anywhere. That's very dark. Oh lord. Yeah, that's really dark. I would have played c5, but the only reason I would not dare to play c5 is just because he can just play rook c1 exactly. And then why would I give up support and everything? Because that doesn't make a difference. But yeah, the night stuff. But the puzzle ends on B, considering it's a good position. Again, not that hard. So I guess 2600 is not that hard. It's just something achievable if I stream. Otherwise, I just think stupid stuff and yeah. Because right now I'm just thinking that some viewers are watching, though I know that nobody's watching, like nobody. And if anybody is watching right now, then just drop me high on WhatsApp or just comment down in the video and let's chat, let's connect. And if you're watching, then we know each other. So I don't know how do I reward you, but if you're watching, then in this deep video, then I'm gonna help you install the chess-based software for free. Yeah, and if you already have that, then I'm gonna send you 100 rupees on Paytm right now. Yeah, whatever it is, I'll just Paytm you 100 rupees. I can do more, but no, I'll just Paytm you 100 rupees if you're in this video right now. That's a tiny gesture for watching this stupid thing. Yeah, I'll give you 100 rupees right now. Just drop me your UPI somewhere. I'll just send it. You could send me on WhatsApp or just comment your UPI ID in this. endless tagging this timestamp and 100 rupees for 20 minutes. Not that bad. Okay, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's okay, last puzzle 2600 and then we'll call it a day. And then I don't have any motivation to do any. Okay, let's not think the future. It's not done until it's done. So let me focus, let me zone in. And it's 6 o'clock already. I was planning to go to some temple as usual, but I doubt if I can. I don't have much time to it. I've gotten some work to do, but let's see. I'll just make some calls. Let's just finish this position, get to 2600 quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Evaluating the position, the material is definitely not equal. We are a complete bishop down as rook is under danger. Our rook is under danger. And we can just capture on d8 freely because he just can't capture on b5 due to the checkmate. We can go queen d6 if he goes king c8. Then we have queen c. Oh, wait, lol. We can't go queen d6. I'm just such a noob. But yeah, we do can go queen d8 and then knight c8, queen c7, king h8, and then just checkmate. I was just thinking some weird thing, maybe some pretty checkmates like this and queen d6. Of course, our queen is hanging, but let's say it doesn't hang, then either this checkmate or when he goes here. And we don't give this simple checkmate, but we be very cheeky and give this knight checkmate and the smothered mate, you know. Well, there's no smothered mate because nothing can capture here, but just the brain patterns. Okay, whatever. We can simply capture on d8, and then the best reply for him would be to capture on d8 back, in my opinion, because we are threatening queen d8 checkmate, and then we can just go. We should not go queen d8 regardless of that because he can go knight c7, and then we might go. Yeah, knight c7. We can't go queen d6 or anything like that. What if we just go queen e5 and he goes? Yeah, he can't go anywhere else. He must lose the bishop with a check. And that position looks pretty good for us. So I was thinking that maybe there can be some discover attacks where we can win the queen, but I just can't seem to find any. Because queen d6 and then let me be more vigilant. Let's say I go queen d6 and then I guess we should get queen d6 check or not. That is the question. Principally, we should. Why not? But again, no principle, it's just calculation. We can cheat and then we go 97. Uh, the point is that we are winning in either ways, and I don't think we have any difference. But queen d6, king c8, and then yeah, we can just go knight d8, and then we are threatening queen c7 because okay, I'll consider king f8, king c8 as the prior move, queen d6, king c8. And then we go knight e8, he goes bishop e8, and then there's no check. And of course, we can't go queen e6 because he can go bishop d7 and we are cooked. So I guess capturing the rook directly should be the best move, though there should be some counterplay from my opponent, which I can't find. So either I'm a noob or let's see. Queen e5, I doubt that should be the wrong move because queen e6 again. But again, how can these puzzles be this easy? I'm just being a bit paranoid about that. I'm not sure if I use the correct word, but yeah. Believing that other people dislike you're trying to harm me with this nonsense. Yeah, exactly. I'm just having a fairy dust or maybe some skeptical. I'm just skeptical about that opinion. Not easily convinced. Exactly. I'm just not easy. I'm just skeptical. How can this puzzle be that easy? Or maybe the puzzles were supposed to be that easy. That's why many of my students got to 2600 far. And maybe I was just not doing it with that focus and I was just doing it very casually, not calculating anything, or maybe I was not in the form. I don't know. I've mentioned it. I've gone 2700 with my friends many times. Never alone because I don't like doing puzzles alone. Like I like doing calculations and some chess based books or something, which we might continue in the other series. But okay, let's just solve this puzzle. Okay, so queen e5 looks like the correct move. Definitely. Knight b6 isn't the correct move. Rook b6, I mean, because again, if when you see a good move, look for a better one. I'm 100% sure queen d5 is the right move because we can just capture the bishop with a check. And is that a checkmate? Wait, am I noob? No, that's not a checkmate. We can go queen, he can go king c7. And yeah, we do have some subtle things in the bag. But I still feel white black has some decent counter. Okay, whatever. Just queen d8. What's the problem with queen d8? Queen d8, knight c8 doesn't seem to ring a bell because we don't have any such things like queen d6 as the c8 square has been covered. So yeah, queen d6, king c8, and then I don't seem to find any check with the rook, meaning the queen. Or and of course there's no checkmate because the pawn captures and like rook b6, if b6, queen d8, the king can escape by a7, and that would be a big blunder. So I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. Okay, again I skeptical at how all this puzzle so damn easy, like very easy. I mean, just forcing moves, guys, nothing else. Like, okay, like, super easy actually. So I wonder if getting to 2600 was that hard. Maybe I was a bit noob, or I don't know, but see, guys, I'll just tell you. Like a few days back, I was struggling, and when I was being like doing some raid stuff, I would fall down to 2300, 2400, and it was a bit hard for me. But okay, I guess that was pretty easy. Perhaps due to streaming, or perhaps cause I just wasted time bluffing out and just talking shit and just wasted my time like 30 minutes just to solve two puzzles, and definitely two or three puzzles, and definitely I can solve three puzzles in 30 minutes. It's not that difficult puzzle. But anyways, we are 2600 finally, and I don't seem to have any more motivation to go to 2700. I'd rather just go on chase base and do my material files, and probably we can just start doing those things, but I would prefer to do them on a real chessboard. So again, nobody is watching, so mm, nobody cares. But just to make it the fun part, what we can do is that we might put this position on the chess base board, and then I can just put that position on my real chess board, and then I'm just gonna sit on my desk, or you know what, I'll just put it here, like right in front of me here, and maybe I'll just stream through it, and I'll just make sure it has our board look, and like all the muddy look, like one camera facing uh towards the real chessboard, and there's the zoom thing recording with the chessboard screen, and of course this new camera which I bought, webcam just showing my face and everything, and me solving puzzles on a real chessboard just to get a 3D vision as one of my very good chess friends, very good chess friends, great guy, Naitik Mehta. He was at my place. I think I've mentioned it bit before as well, that he asked me to just solve the stuff on the real chessboard, as no matter how easy or anything it is, the better 3D vision you get, the more better it is. Because I do feel that my brain is synchronized enough subconsciously to not differentiate between physical and like the 3D and the 2D versions, and whatever I do under 2D versions, I'm going to remember the 3D version because I have played enough games and I've done enough practice that I'm synchronized with that thing, and I won't face any significant issues. But I definitely will consider solving it on a real chessboard, as it gives more vibe, and that really touchy thing just makes you, you know, just solving the puzzles even better. Definitely, my friend has asked me to do it, and he is no joke. Bro has crossed 2200 in India, and he's really strong. And I've seen him play some really good things. He have won many big events. He's I did master or something. He flew to Italy last month, I think this month only. And bro is really strong, so I'm just gonna take his advice. And even my sir has asked me, him and sir, like the best guy chess has given him the best. He also asked me to solve the stuff on the real chessboard, and I do think those puzzles are a bit hard, definitely harder than these puzzles. Like I can just give 2 for 5 minutes, and then I can just get the puzzle completely. But those puzzles are a bit hard, and if they are easy, then we can just consider solving on that board. But I would prefer that we can just do it here, and yeah. this is a good time, like 35 minutes or something. So maybe we can do it an hour daily. Okay, that alarm is ringing and is asking me to go, bro, do some of the work. And yeah, maybe you can try doing 1 hour daily because I'm up to this Ramesh sir's course on Chessable. I beat Ramesh sir's course on Chessable calculation, and I've been doing it lately. Though I should consider doing those puzzles as Tiny Little Tactics, the book by Edward Romain. And yeah, let me consider that book. I'll just put it on a real chessboard, and we can just do it for some practice, just some chit chat, and definitely the calculation goes on for the tiny tactics. Like we can just do that book. That's a really nice book. That can be considered as a calculation book as well, and we can come back to leeches whenever it's supposed to, whenever we can. So that's it. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Call it a day. And what tasks have I remaining for the day? I have plenty of them. But for chess, I'll think I'll call it a day. For the stream, I'll just get some work done and maybe just yeah, I've got some work to do. A lot of it. Yeah, let's use the thing like the speaking in the camera where nobody's watching me. Uh, and yeah, just solving some puzzles and getting good results is probably doing good for me. And who knows, one of my videos goes viral and I start making some money. So whatever, let's just call it a day and let's see what um, will God take us to. Like where will God take us to, and let's just see. And, let me do one more puzzle. No, I've my friend's calling me. I gotta hang out with him.